It is August 31st, 2020. I'm going to cover a couple of things on this Survival 102 or whatever you want to call it. Yes, that is thunder you hear in the background. It's supposed to thunderstorm today. I'm going to try to do this and get it uploaded anyway. I discussed water, canned goods, a little bit of shelter information. Today I'm going to talk about some things you need to camp with. A good camp knife is essential. You can spend a lot of money or almost no money. They have, and I have one in my house, but I'm out of my office. They have some pretty good knives for sale at Walmart, and they're not all that expensive. I'm going to show you a cheap fillet knife here in a minute and show you some things you can use to sharpen it. Before I do that, let me get a sip, please. Before I do that, I'm going to show you a good hand weapon for repelling someone that wants to hurt you, and also to hunt with. And it's one of these. It's a slingshot. I described it on my podcast yesterday. These run about $10 at Walmart, $15. You can order them online. This one's by Daisy. It's got a leather deal here. They're real powerful. They really are. Depending on how strong you are is how well you're going to be able to use it. And this is the ammo. I described that yesterday. These are steel balls. They're that big. That doesn't seem like that's very big, I know. But let me get in my pocket and I'll show you why I like these particular balls. This is a 38 plus P, extra powder. See the diameter on the bullet and the diameter of the ball. Basically the same size. And that is enough. If you're strong enough and aim well enough, and you could buy several boxes of the little ball ammo and use it to go ahead, practice with it, and then really get good with it. You can take down small game, and if you're really strong and really good and they're close enough, you could take down a deer. Gonna get a sip. Now, about knives. My suggestion as far as a pocket knife would be the one that I carry as my personal pocket knife. I showed you my cheap one. This is called an old timer. I don't know if you can see the name on it there or not, but has two blades, a pointy blade and just a good cutting blade. Now, the reason I like this knife is it is quality American steel. It's not made overseas. It's high carbon steel. It's not stainless steel. The other one I showed you yesterday, and I'll get it out and show it to you again, is called let me see what that says. Ozark Trail. I don't know if you can see the name on there or not, but and I'm not even sure they make these anymore. I just liked it. I've owned several. I bought this one about 15 years ago. They're a good, cheap knife. And I use that for all the stuff I don't want to use my expensive knife, which the old timer is an expensive knife. It's like 26 bucks or something like that. Actually, I bought a set and I gave my wife the small one to carry in her purse. But carbon steel will hold an edge a lot longer. Now, this is a cheap fillet knife. And here's the deal. It's got a little nothing sheath, comes out. The blade is shaped like that. It's cheap steel. It really is. I don't even know where it's made. I'll have to look and see if there's no description on it. However, you can hone it down and get it to the point that you can fillet a fish with it. But you can also carve things around the camp with it. I did not bring a camp knife, an actual hunting knife with me into the office this morning. It's been kind of a strange morning is the best way to describe it today. But you can get a couple of things, like this is an all-purpose knife sharpener. It's got a little X up there you run your blade through and come down like that. It's got a hand guard so you don't cut yourself. And then on the side, I don't know if this one still got it or not. No, it broke off. It used to have a little scissor sharpener thing right there, but I've had this for years. They still sell them. Then sharpening steel, AccuSharp. This is diamond embedded. On one side it's kind of coarse for pulling up an edge. On the other side it's very fine. And this is basically a finishing sharpening steel. I've got two of them. I use both of them. My wife has a saying, I'm putting all this back in my drawer, there's sharp and then there's tuck-low sharp. Tuck-low sharp is like a razor, and that's how I keep my blades. I do it on my hunting knives. I got an antique Colt hunting knife that goes with an antique Colt gun on my holster. Actual gun belt. And you can shave with that, dude, and it's over 100 years old. It's got matching bone handles, elkhorn handles to my gun. I made me some elkhorn handles on this one, and modern elkhorn. This is a Smith & Wesson Model 65. It's a 357, which is a very powerful handgun. I've found that a 357 is, you can use it and you can hit with it. But if you try to go to 44 mag because you think you're Dirty Harry, it takes a lot to be able to hit with one of those, and the average person will not be able to do it. Well, folks, that is what I've got for today. God bless you. I love you, and always remember to be kind.